Hello everyone, this is Teacher Juvie and I will be your guide for today's lesson.
Ngayon, i-discuss natin ang Lesson 1. Adds and subtracts simple fractions and mixed numbers without or with regrouping. But before that, we have to know what is a fraction. A fraction is part of a whole or part of a set. So these are examples of fraction in a whole and fraction in a set. So we name this fraction as 3/4. Then, this fraction is 5/9. And don't forget, ang fraction ay may mga parts. So yung 5 o yung number na nasa itaas, tinatawag yan ng numerator. So ano ba ang numerator? The numerator tells the number of parts taken. So yun yung naka-shaded region or part dun sa fraction. Then, yung 9 is the denominator or the total number of parts. Then, the numerator and the denominator is separated by a fraction bar. Then, we also have different kinds of fraction. So, we have similar fraction. So, similar fraction are fractions with the same denominator. So, these are the example of similar fractions. 2/9, 3/9, and 7/9, where the common denominator is 9. The next one is the similar fraction, yung kabaliktaran ng similar fraction. So, these are fractions with different denominators, such as 8/9, 2/5, and 3/7, where 9, 5, and 7 are the denominators. And lastly is the mixed fraction, or sometimes we call as mixed number. So mixed fraction or mixed number is a combination of whole number and fraction. So these are examples of mixed fraction: 5 and 8/9, 2 and 3/4, and 12 and 4/7. So these are the different kinds of fraction. Kailangan din sa fraction, alam natin ang LCD or the least common denominator. Kasi ginagamit natin ito sa pag-a-add or pag-subtract ng dissimilar fractions. So here's how we find the LCD. Okay, so let's try this example. Find the LCD of 7/24 and 3/48. So, para mahanap natin ang LCD niya, ituturo ko sa inyo ang paggamit ng continuous division. Kasi para sa akin, ito ang pinakamadaling way para mahanap natin agad ang LCD. So, sulat natin ang denominator, 24 and 48. Then, continuous division, para lang siyang inverted division. Isip ka ng number na pwedeng i-divide sa 24 and 48 na walang remainder. So, yung knowledge mo about divisibility rules ay i-apply mo dito. So, let's say 6. So, 24 divided by 6 ay 4. Then, 48 divide mo sa 6 ay 8. Okay. Saan ulit divisible ang 4 at 8? Sa 4. I-divide natin siya by 4. So, we have 1 and 2. Dapat kasi, kapag kukunin natin ang LCD using continuous division, mag-e-end siya sa 1, 1. So, since may 1 na tayo dito, di-divide na lang natin itong 2 sa 2. So, bring down 1. Divide mo sa 2 ay 1. So, end na siya sa 1, 1. Next step, i-multiply natin yung 6 times 4 times 2. So, 6 times 4 ay 24 times 2 is 48. So, this is now the LCD, 48. Okay, so ganun lang siya kasimple. Next, try ulit tayo ng another example. So, let's say we have to find the LCD of 12 over 20 and 15 over 30. So, using continuous division, sulat mo muna yung denominator na hanapan natin ng LCD. So, 20 and 30. Then, saan sila divisible? Divisible sila by 10. Diba? So, 20 divide mo sa 10 ay 2. Then, 30 divide mo sa 10 ay 3. Obvious naman na divisible sila by 10. Okay, so diba sabi ko, dapat mag-end sila ng 1, 1. Isa-isahin mo muna. Para itong 2 ay maging 1, i-divide natin siya by 2. So, 2 divided by 2 ay 1. Then, cannot be divided, so bring down 3. So, para ang 3 ay maging 1, i-divide natin siya sa 3. Bring down 1. I-divide mo sa 3 ay 1. So, nag-end na siya sa 1, 1. Then, i-multiply mo lahat ng nakatayong numbers. So, 10 times 2 times 3. 10 times 2 is 20. Times 3 ay 60. Therefore, ang LCD ng 12 over 20 and 15 over 30 is 60. Okay. Common denominator, alam din natin dapat ang greatest common factor or the GCF. So, saan ba natin ginagamit ang GCF? We find the GCF when we simplify the fraction to its lowest term. So, paano natin kukunin ang GCF? So, let's try this. Okay, so ngayon naman, hahanapin natin ang greatest common factor or GCF of these numbers, so 9 and 21. So, paano natin siya hanapin? We can also use the continuous division to get the GCF. Same siya ng LCM or LCD. So, first step, write the two numbers, 9 and 21. Then, isip kayo ng number na divisible sa 9 and 21. So, okay, 3. Then divide. 9 divide by 3 is 3. And 21 divide by 3 ay 7. Okay, so may naiisip pa ba kayong number na pwedeng i-divide sa 3 and 7? Okay, so kung wala na, ibig sabihin yan, yung 3, siya na ang ating GCF. So, ganun lang kasimple. 3 is now the GCF of 9 and 21. So, again, saan natin ginagamit ang GCF sa fraction? We find the GCF when we are expressing the fractions or the resulting fractions into its lowest term. Okay, so try po tayo ng another example. So, find the GCF of 45 and 60. Okay, so again, write the two numbers, 45 and 60. Okay, then after nyan, use continuous division. Saan ba divisible ang 45 at 60? Siyempre, sa 5. Okay, very good. So, 45 divide mo sa 5 is 9. Then, 60 divide mo sa 5 ay 12. Okay, so meron pa ba tayong number na pwedeng i-divide sa 9 at 12? Saan sila divisible? Okay, so 9 and 12 are divisible by 3. So, we divide 9 by 3. The answer is 3. Divide 12 by 3. The answer is 4. Okay, so meron pa bang number na pwedeng i-divide sa 3 at 4? Okay, so kung wala na, we're going to multiply 5 times 3. So, 5 times 3 ay 50. Ang i-multiply nyo lang itong nakatayong numbers. So 5 times 3 is 15. Therefore, 15 is the GCF of 45 and 60. So this is now the GCF. So by using continuous division, we can easily get or find the GCF of two numbers. Okay, so we have rule in adding and subtracting similar fractions. So always remember that when we add or subtract similar fractions, we just add or subtract the numerator and copy the same denominator, then simplify the resulting fraction if possible. So let's have an example. Okay, so let's try to add similar fractions. So let's have this example. Add 3 over 6 plus 1 over 6. So they are similar fractions since they have the same denominator. So what is the rule in adding similar fractions? Okay, so unang rule, you are going to add the numerator. So ano yung numerator? 3 and 1. So 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Diba? So add the numerator, 3 plus 1, and copy the same denominator, which is 6. After mo i-add yung numerator, kokopyahin nyo lang yung kanyang parehong denominator. So, 6. Then, we will have 4 over 6. Ang 4 over 6 ay pwede pang i-express sa lowest term. Ano nga ang hahanapin natin para ma-express natin ang fraction sa lowest term? We are going to find the GCF of 4 and 6. So, tinuro ko na nakaraan. Gamit tayo ng continuous division. So, 4 and 6. Saan divisible ang 4 at 6? We can divide them by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 6 divided by 2 ay 3. Okay, so meron pa ba? Pwede pa ba nating i-divide ang 2 at 3? So, wala na. Therefore, ang GCF niya is 2. So, we will divide the numerator and the denominator by the GCF na 2 to get the lowest term. So, ang answer natin ngayon, 4 divided by 2 is 2 and 6 divided by 2 ay 3. So, this is now the final answer or the lowest term, 2 over 3. Okay, so let's try another example. How about subtracting similar fractions? So, same din siya ng pag-a-add ng similar fractions. So, the first step is to get the difference or subtract 8 minus 3. So, 8 minus 3, get the difference. So, we will have 5. And copy the same denominator, which is 15. Right? So, this is now the answer, 5 over 15. But don't forget, if kayang i-simplify ang resulting fraction, we have to simplify. Okay, so since ang 5 at 15 ay pwede pang i-lowest term, we're going to use continuous division to get the GCF. Sa paglo-lowest term, kailangan hanapin ng GCF. So, saan divisible ang 5 and 15? Obvious naman, nasa 5. So, divide. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. Okay, so wala nang pwedeng i-divide sa 1 at 3. Therefore, the GCF is 5. So, we will divide the numerator and the denominator by 5 to get the lowest term. So, the answer now will be 1 over 3. So, this is now the simplified answer. 1 over 3. So, ganyan ang pagsasubtract and pag-a-add ng similar fractions. Yan dito, sa pag-a-add and subtract, dissimilar fractions naman. So remember that when we add or subtract the similar fractions, we have to find the LCD. Then we write each fraction into its equivalent fraction using the LCD. Then add or subtract the numerators, copy the same denominator, and simplify if possible. So here's how we add and subtract the similar fractions. Okay, so let's now have this example. Add 1/4 plus 2 over 6. So since they are the similar fraction, the first step is to get their LCD. So paano? Gamit tayo ng continuous division. 4 and 6, the denominators. Then think of a number na we can divide 4 and 6. So we can divide them by 2. So 2 and 3. Then di ba dapat mag-end siya sa 1, 1? Since wala nang pwedeng i-divide sa 2 at 3, divide na lang natin siya muna by 2 to get 1. Then bring down 3. Then 3 divide by 3, bring down 1. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. Then multiply all the numbers on the left side. So 2 times 2 times 3. So that is equivalent to 12. So that means 12 is now the LCD. Sulat natin sa ilalim. Ito na ang kanyang panibagong denominator. So to get the new numerator or to express the fraction into equivalent fraction, we're going to divide 12 by the denominator 4. Then the answer will be multiplied by 1. Again, 12 divided by 4 is 3. Times mo sa 1, the answer is 3. Okay, next, 12 divided mo sa 6 ay 2. Times 2, the answer is 4. So we now have the new numerators. Then, we can now proceed in adding similar fractions since they have the same denominator na. So 3 plus 4 ay 7. And then copy the same denominator which is 12. And don't forget to simplify your final answer. But in this case, 7 over 12 is already in simplified form. So this is now the final answer. Okay, so let's try another example. So we're going to subtract 3 over 5 minus 3 over 15. Again, similar siya ng pag-a-add ng dissimilar fraction. We're going to get the LCD using continuous division. So write the denominators, then use continuous division. So what number can be divided by 5 and 15? So the answer is 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And 15 divided by 5 ay 3. Okay, so may 1 na tayo dito. Isang 1 na lang hinahanap natin. So we divide this by 3. So bring down 1. Then end ka sa 1. 1, 1. Then, after natin mag-end sa 1, 1, multiply the numbers on the left side. So, 5 times 3 is 15. Therefore, the LCD is 15. So, write 15 below the fraction bar. Then, to get the new numerator, divide 15 divided by 5. Then multiply by 3. So 15 divide mo sa 5 is 3 times 3. So the answer is 9. The next 15 divided by 15 is 1 times 3. So the answer is 3. Then proceed on subtracting similar fraction. So just subtract the numerator. 9 minus 3 is 6. And copy the same denominator. Then, don't forget to express your answer into lowest term. So, 6 over 15. So, pwede pa siyang i-lowest term. Hahanapin natin ang lowest term using continuous division. Pero ang kukunin natin is the GCF. Okay, continuous division. So, saan pwedeng i-divide ng 6 at 15? Sa 3. So, 2 and 15 divided by 3 ay 5. So, therefore, the GCF is 3. Divide this by 3 to get the simplified answer. 6 divided by 3 ay 2, and 15 divided by 3 ay 5. Therefore, the final answer is 2/5. I hope that you learned something today. Thanks for watching. This is Teacher Juvie again. Salamat!